So all of you must be expecting me to bring a rose out of nowhere in a candlelit dinner, surrounded by the beach, with a bag of from midnight divas. But of course not cucumber inside the plastic bag. Today's story is a seduction technique, one of the most seductive seduction technique I have come across in my life and learned from a book which I'm going to share with you. That is, ladies and gentlemen and pessimists and fellow few optimists, is pessimism. The world revolves around pessimism. 3 stories for the day. Story number 1. After the 2009 crisis, Wall Street Journal published on its first page itself that US is going to break into pieces. Some pieces will be owned by their favorite China, some by Canada, and Hawaii might even be owned by Japan. The irony. And the US will cease to exist. That's how that bubble broke and brought it to an end. US was as cool as a cucumber, came through out of it, and still ruining the world. I wish that Wall Street Journal came. Story number 2. Imagine after the World War II, if someone had written on the Wall Street Journal saying Japan is going to lead tech. Japan is going to be the tech hub of the whole world, while IFS is the tech hub of the whole Sri Lanka. And Japan will be leading with its technology and will be owning the most expensive lands in USA. And will have one of the least unemployment percentage. People would have laughed. Oh my God, who is this author? What's this madness? But we learned how to be unflappable from Japan. We learned how Japan made all of it true. And how optimism in Japan's life brought and taught the whole world why pessimism is just a seduction that seduces your head, like it seduced us in 2012 when they brought it. No one remembers Mayan calendar now, do you? But in 2009, 10, 11, you were watching the movie 2012, you were watching The Day After Tomorrow, you were like, oh, we are all going to die. You were writing messages to your loved ones, you were doing the things which you wouldn't have done, you were going and getting bunkers. No one remembers. COVID happened after that, but no one remembers that. But do you remember how we were saved when we were kids, half of us, and half of us when we were still adults at that time? On the pessimism that the world is going to come to an end, because thousands of years ago, Mayan decided the world will come to an end, so Mayan just stopped that 2012 with their calendar. So these 3 stories, why keeping this in your mind? Let me talk about a different story in a different perspective. 2022. Though it was in everywhere, if you Google, it will be there. It was in each magazine had this article. The gold price will increase at least 3 times. 2022, in Sri Lankan rupees, a sovereign, a pound of 22 carat was 90 to 100,000 rupees. Any one of the husbands here know the prices now? 332,000 rupees today, and it was 318,000 rupees 1 week ago. And that was predicted. Unlike Mayan, it came true in 2022. that was an optimistic, a positive article that was on everywhere in the internet, including the social media, including the uncles and aunties who send forwarded messages, that was there. It failed to seduce us, like the cucumber in the plastic bag. Ladies and gentlemen, in my life, when I was a kid, I was playing basketball and having fun with it, and one day I was going to my layup and I fell and broke my ankle. And that day was the day I was supposed to be announced as the captain of the team, which went on to lead, which eventually won the tournament too. But I had to take a step back, let someone else lead. But in my life, I let a different path lead me. Got into debating team, was captaining that, finished my A-levels, and started mastering myself in a different court, not a basketball court, but in the Supreme Court and the District Court and the courts, the judiciary we had. At that time, I went to my dad and was like, Dad, it was my dream to get that cup as the captain of the team. But I was on the bench, still I was there as the water boy of the team and we got that cup. My dad was like, Puta, everything in life happens for a reason. This too, maybe you will not know today. One day you will know why it is. Maybe today I realize that changed my whole life, whole path in my life, and it was for the good. I am happy where I am. All my life I have been an optimist, thanks to the magician, my dad. But I am one of those few people who has tried his best to refuse to see the seduction of the business. Sometimes seduction comes in different ways. In an article, in your head, saying that you will always fail, or saying that the gold is going to fall, saying that this investment is going to take you to the dungeon, but always listen to the side it says. All happens for a reason, and there must be something good. I'm not telling all of you to be optimists. I'm just saying that don't get seduced for business. Either it come in an article or a plastic bag.